Subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss a Mind Body Spirit video. Hello everybody, my name is Suyash. You're watching Mind Body Spirit. Today we are going to talk about two top reasons why for some people, or rather for many people, the law of attraction sometimes doesn't work. Why sometimes some people are not able to manifest whatever it is that they want, whatever it is that they are applying the law of attraction for. They are not able to manifest it because of these two top reasons. So let's get started. Now, ever since I started this channel, I have received maybe thousands of messages from you all, my viewers, and many of them have been experience sharing. So they have told me about their experiences of how the law of attraction worked for them, or of how law of attraction didn't work for them. And many times they have also asked me a lot of questions, and I have interacted with many of you. So I have interacted with many people for whom the law of attraction has worked in a fantastic way. They say that, Suyash, every time I apply it, it just works, and it's so weird for me to think that it will not work. In an older video, I had once said that for me, the condition is that the idea that the law of attraction will not work actually seems a little absurd to me. So when that video came out, a lot of you contacted me either on the YouTube comments or on my Facebook page or Instagram direct messages. Many of you contacted me and said that, Suyash, that is exactly the case with us. It is absolutely weird for us to think that the law of attraction will not work. So there are such people who are watching my videos and I'm in touch with them. And then on the other hand, there are many people that have also sent me messages like, it's difficult for me, it's not working, I'm struggling with this. And so after interacting with these thousands of people, or rather receiving these thousands of messages and also interacting with many of those people that sent those messages, I have reached the conclusion that primarily these are the two reasons that impede your progress with the law of attraction. These are the biggest impediments on your path to become a good, effective manifester with the law of attraction. In this video, I will not just tell you that these are the two obstacles, guys. Okay, now do whatever you want with it. I'll also tell you, how to overcome them, how despite these obstacles, you can apply the law of attraction. In my explanation of these two obstacles, automatically this solution will get covered. So the first and the biggest obstacle in the way of people when they are applying the law of attraction, why they are not able to manifest their intentions with the law of attraction, is desperation. It is absolutely the opposite of the state in which you should be when you are applying the law of attraction. If you are desperate, you are absolutely going against the law of attraction. It's like, are you ever desperate for something that you have? Let me explain this a little bit better. When we talk about the law of attraction, what do we say? You should be aware of what you want, and you should spend some time, and you should actually be in a state where you are thinking, where your thoughts are as if it has already happened. Now you would be able to see how desperation is absolutely opposite to that. So let's say you have a house right now, wherever you are sitting right now and watching this video, it is your house. So tell me, are you desperate for that house? And you would say, Suyash, that's absolutely weird. Why would I be desperate for my house? It's my house. I'm living in it. I am the owner of the house, or my family owns the house. Why would I be desperate for it? Right? Similarly, when we are applying the law of attraction, we have to try to be as close to that state. Maybe it will not be a perfect vibrational match that absolutely my vibrations are as if I already have it, but we should try to be close to it. But with a lot of people, I see that they are so desperate for their intention that it is absolutely the opposite. And what you are sending into the universe, the vibration, instead of being that you already have it, the vibration that you are sending into the universe is that I don't have it. And you are constantly in that state because you are so desperate for it. And sometimes, with some people, I have in fact seen this, that because they are applying the law of attraction, this desperation increases, because they think that now finally I have a way with which I can get that intention, and now it must happen, now it has to happen. Has it happened yet? In a short while, that belief that they have initially when they learned the law of attraction changes into desperation. And when you apply the law of attraction, it's all about vibrations. Your thoughts have to be a vibrational match with your intentions, and when that happens, your intention manifests. It's in fact an interaction, between your thought and your reality, and what connects these two is the vibration. If your thought and your intention have a vibrational match, then your intention will show up in your reality. That is what the law of attraction is. So if you are so desperate for your intention, it just will not happen. And so what I have found is, for what kind of a person does the law of attraction works absolutely beautifully? It is the kind of person that has this belief, that has this subconscious thought process constantly going on, or rather it is the base of all his thoughts, that my life is already pretty good. For example, if you ask me, I have so many intentions that I want to manifest. I have so many things, as I have said time and again in my videos. I am a very ambitious person. There are so many things that I want to achieve that I till now don't have in my life, and in the future I will have them, and I am working for them, and I am also applying the law of attraction for them. But at the same time, I know and I'm aware that my life is pretty good. And so, as I was saying, the kind of person for whom the law of attraction becomes almost effortless, and it works almost every time, and these people are powerful manifestors, are the kind of people who have this thought process that, my life is already pretty good. I already have a really good life. Yes, there are a few things that when I manifest, that when they happen in my life will improve even further. But even without them, I love my life is awesome. The kind of people that have this belief, the kind of people that have this thought at the back of every other thought, for them the law of attraction is beautiful. And so what I would recommend you to do, it's very simple, and we have talked about it before also. Focus on the good things that are already there in your life. Sometimes when we are applying the law of attraction, we are so focused on our intentions and the lack thereof, the lack of our intentions, that they are not there yet. We are so focused on that we really forget all the good that is there in our life. And this focus on what is not there and absolute lack of focus of every good that there is leads to this desperate situation, and we are like constantly, because we are completely ignoring every other good that is there in our life, and we are just fixated on some 10% of the good that we are actually picturing. 10% of it is not there, 90% of it is there, and we are so focused on the 10% that is not there that we are just unnecessarily desperate. Many of us, I look at a lot of people, I interact with a lot of people, they have wonderful lives. These people are just starting out with the law of attraction. Already they have such a beautiful life. They live in a beautiful house, they have a beautiful family, everything is just wonderful. And then they are so desperate and they are so sad, Suyash, because my life lacks this. And I'm like, my God, what is this person doing? Please focus on the good that is there in your life, and that good will expand. Focus more and more on the lack, and that lack will expand. Or rather, if the lack does not expand, at least your focus on the lack will stop more and more good from coming into your life. So the number one reason is desperation. We have to be a vibrational match with our intentions as if they have already happened. Desperation, absolutely opposite. And please remember, I'm repeating, I know, but please remember that the law of attraction works beautifully for a kind of person that has this thought process. My life is already good. My life is already awesome. There are these things that if I manifest, or rather when I manifest, it will be even better. Wow, what a beautiful life it will be then. But even now, it's just wonderful. If you have that thought process, the law of attraction will become effortless for you. All right, the second reason why the law of attraction doesn't work with a lot of people is that they think too less of the law of attraction. Now, I'm not criticizing anybody. Maybe it was the case with me also in the beginning. Later on, I realized what exactly it is, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. So it's okay if right now you fall in that category. But there are a lot of people that take the law of attraction as something too transactional. Why this struck me, because a few days back somebody said, Suyash, I have been grateful since 5 days, still nothing has happened. And I was so shocked, I even told that person, that I am absolutely stunned by your way of thinking and your understanding of the law of attraction, because it is totally flawed. A lot of people, when they learn about the law of attraction, they're like, wow, finally, I'm going to achieve what since last 5 years, 10 years, I have not been able to achieve. And so first of all, that leads to desperation that we just talked about. Also, they think that, okay, so I'll visualize for 2 days, I'll be grateful for 5 days, I'll write a little bit 3-4 times, and then it should just happen. It's not how the law of attraction often works. If you're lucky, maybe it will work and your belief will increase to a certain extent, and maybe you'll be able to manifest something more also. Sometimes in the beginning it may work like this, but mostly it will not. Because the law of attraction is not something so less. I was going to say not something so simple, but yes, the law of attraction is in fact very simple, but it is not something so transactional. It's simple, but let's not oversimplify it. So the law of attraction, what my understanding is, and if you don't agree with this, if you have a different understanding, feel free to have a discussion with me and with the other viewers down below in the comment section. But my understanding of the law of attraction is that, when you learn about the law of attraction, you realize that my thoughts are creating my destiny. Whatever I'm thinking is determining my future experience. So what I'm thinking today is determining what I will be experiencing tomorrow, right? Today and tomorrow, not necessarily like literally today and tomorrow. What I mean is what I am thinking in the present is determining my future, right? That is what the law of attraction is. And so when you learn the law of attraction, it should nudge you that, my God, I did not know this till now. My thoughts are actually so powerful, and I have been allowing myself to unnecessarily be frustrated, unnecessarily be irritated, when 1 hour later I would be perfectly happy. That would prove to me that that thing that I was irritated and frustrated about is not really that important. I unnecessarily allowed myself to feel in that way. And so when you realize that, you decide that, okay, now from now onwards, I will try to move closer and closer and closer to the kind of thought process and the kind of thought habit that is in accordance with the law of attraction. And you know what? A lot of people, they are frustrated because of the law of attraction, because they decide this, and then just a couple of days or maybe a week after deciding this, they fall back to the old thinking pattern. Now, let me tell you, of course, that will happen. Right? Of course that will happen, because you have been thinking in that way since such a long time, and suddenly you have decided that you will actually change your thinking pattern. But then of course sometimes you will fall back to the old pattern, and then what you have to do is you have to be mature about that, and you have to be like, yeah, see, my old pattern is resisting, but it's okay, I will continue to change my thought pattern. And so you keep doing that, and what happens is that maybe after you have tried to do this, not getting bothered by failing sometimes to do it, and not really treating them as failures, just understanding that of course I'll fall back to the old pattern. When you keep doing this for, let's say, a significant amount of time, for example, let's say 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, you will realize that in the last 2 months, 3 months or 6 months, so many things have changed in my life. And you will realize that many of my intentions that I have been working with, while I have been training myself to think in a specific way which is in accordance with the law of attraction, so many of my intentions actually turned up, so many of my intentions actually manifested. And so that is the way to look at it. Instead of thinking that, okay, now I have this intention, let's see if it manifests. And then, oh, it's not manifesting. So yes, it's not manifesting. Does it even work? I'm so frustrated. I'm so sad. That is not the way to go about it. The way is, first you focus on changing your thought process, on changing your thought habit. This is a good concept. It's my nomenclature, thought habit, but it's important. When you change your thought habit, and when you train yourself to change your thought habit, when you train yourself to think in a certain way, you realize that with any training, your old tendencies will resist a little bit, and that's fine. That makes you stronger. And so when you keep training yourself in changing your thought process, in changing how you think, you realize that while I was doing that, so many things have changed. Many things that will not even be your conscious intentions. You're not even consciously thinking that this is something that I want to improve. You will see that those things improve, and you will realize, if you are mindful and if you are just a little bit aware, you will realize that so many things have changed. And at the end of that duration, 2, 3 or 6 months, whatever, whichever example suits you, at the end of that time, you will realize that, wow, so many of my initial intentions have manifested, and so many of the things that I did not even think to begin with, when I was starting out with the law of attraction, so many things that were not even my intentions have also manifested. And then it will be like, wow, this stuff really works, and I am so good at it. I have totally changed in the last few months. I have totally changed how I react to a situation, how when I want something, I don't focus on the want of it, I don't focus on the lack of it, I focus on the presence of it, even though practically speaking it's not there. You would have created this habit in you, and if you allow me to share my own experience, I have this habit. Now when I want something, I realize that I'm not even thinking about wanting that. I'm not thinking, oh, I wish I had that. No, I'm thinking I already have that. And this thought process starts immediately. Maybe after a day or two of being in this thought process, suddenly I realize, hey, I've been thinking like this. And that makes the law of attraction so much fun. If you just focus on this transactional thing, oh, somehow I was grateful for 5 days, so my intention should manifest. Today is also over, this day is also over, today also it did not happen. Maybe tomorrow I will be able to feel grateful or not. Let us not apply the law of attraction in this way that would invite unnecessary frustration. So let us train ourselves to think in a way that is in accordance with the law of attraction, and let us train ourselves to recognize the awesome things, the beautiful things that are there in our life, to respect the abundance that is already there in our life. And when we do these two things, we remove these impediments, we remove these obstacles of desperation and being too transactional, and that will result in our success. Automatically, it will result in our success with the law of attraction. And you, the person watching this video, will tell me a few months from now, if you follow what I've told you in this video, you will tell me in a few months that, Suyash, the idea that the law of attraction will not work for me for any given intention of mine is absolutely weird, is absolutely absurd to me, because the law of attraction works for me every time. I would love for that day to come for each and every one of my viewers. And so that's all for this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. Any comments or feedback, please use the comment section down below. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel, Mind Body Spirit. And after subscribing, also press the bell icon so that you are notified every time I upload a new video. As usual, such a pleasure to talk to you in this video. I'll catch you very soon in the next one. Bye-bye.